Yo, what's going on? It's the Fly Roadside guy checking in one time for the one. You know how we do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. Today I'm making a video about 10 things you need to have if you want to get in the dump truck business. And this is the dump truck business. 10 things you need to have if you want to get in the dump truck business. No particular order, I'm just going to run them through. And it's definitely more than 10, but I'm just going to run down 10 things you need if you want to get in the dump truck business, get started in the dump truck business. And this is if you want to drive, if you want a truck. I ain't talking about if you just want to be a broker and not own no trucks. So first thing you need is a truck. You know what I mean? If you want to be an owner operator and you want to be in a dump truck business, one thing you need is a truck. All right? You can't drive, you can't get no work in the dump truck business if you don't have no truck. Hold on. This is the missus calling me. Hold on 2 seconds. Hello? Number 2, the second thing you need to have if you want to get started in the dump truck business, you're going to need some money. And you're going to have that money set aside for incidentals, you know what I'm saying, breakdowns, etc. You're going to need some money set aside. Another thing you're going to need, number 3, is you're going to need a business account. You know what I'm saying? Whatever bank that you trust, credit union, you need to get yourself a business account set up to separate your business and your personal when you handling your dump truck business at the end of the day. Number 4, you're going to need a CPA, a certified public accountant, or somebody that's going to be a tax advisor, somebody that's going to keep, you know what I mean, handle your bookkeeping. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need that if you want to get in the dump truck business, all right? Number 5, I would suggest getting a lawyer, an attorney, because these dump trucks, you know, they get in accidents. Sometimes you be on a job site, you got claims, insurance claims. You're going to want to have an attorney that's going to have your back, somebody that's going to fight for you, especially if you're an owner-operator, all right? Number 6, you're going to need to have truck insurance. And that's just something that you can't escape. You're going to have the truck insurance, auto liability, and physical damage. You hear me? All right, sorry about that. My wife called me. My daughter got to get picked up or she got to go to work. Anyway, number 7, you're going to need a mechanic, all right? You're going to need a truck mechanic, somebody that you can depend on, somebody that's reliable, that understand your truck. And you're going to need a mechanic that knows your engine. I mean, I got an International. I got a Max Force engine. I don't recommend getting the Max Force. Anybody that got an International know about these Max Force, don't get it. And I got one, and I'm telling y'all, don't mess around with the Max Force engines, okay? And you need a mechanic that's going to be able to work on the Pacific engine or truck maker, model, etc. All right? Maybe you might even need an electrician or a welder, depending on the style of truck or whatever you're doing. Number 8, you're going to need some connections, whether that be through your brokers, your contractors, people that you work with, etc. That's why I tell you, if you want to get in the dump truck business, I would suggest being a company driver first, building up your connections, getting your network so that when you do get your own truck, you're already goddamn a step ahead of the game. You already got a foot in the door. Number 9, I would recommend, if you want to get in the dump truck business, get yourself a van or a pickup truck. I promise you, because you're gonna need to pick up parts. And some of these parts ain't just regular passenger size parts. You know what I mean? You're gonna have big old CAC radiators, tires, you know what I'm saying? Air filters, everything. You know what I mean? Big ass boxes, for real, straight up. So you're gonna need a pickup or a van. And last but not least, this can be overrated, for real, underrated rather, you know what I mean? You gonna need truck parking. You gonna need somewhere where you can park your dang on truck. And that's gonna cost you. So it's gonna be an expense as well. So you're gonna need to find a place to park your truck. Don't overlook that. So if you want to get in the dump truck business, those are 10 things right there that you are going to need if you want to be an owner operator and be successful in the dump truck business. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's the Fly Roadside guy checking in one time for the one. You know how we do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new, and I'm out.
Them tune out, man. You been living up. Them tune out, man. open, let me know.